sports. It's in the game.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in A, mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had a get away. I got a penny penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20-some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Justin Tucker has it all teed up, and he's going to do the honors as we're off in Baltimore. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. First down, here's Lamar. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Tez Walker touchdown.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. He's going to air one out right away. That is hard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
In motion comes Andrews. Off the play fake. Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On fourth down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. This a 42-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Throwing to begin is Love. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Fury, yellow, claws, 10. Ready?
Love to throw it on first down. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
For any long developing play like that to work, everyone on the offensive side of the ball has to do their job at a high level. First, the pass protection has to hold up. Then, the receiver has to be able to separate from his man defender. And then, of course, the quarterback has to be on time and on target with the ball. And when you do, you move the chains.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 30-yard line.
Ready.
On play action, Love. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Love to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And a big collision there down near the goal line keeps him out of the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave?
Powering forward, he's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now the first carry for King Henry. Whoa! And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. In motion comes Walker. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. Third and long. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 10, Packers 7. Justin Tucker with the call.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. Whoa! He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Ready.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
Ready. Yellow.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion.
Hut.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. They'll go play action with Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Black shot. Slide through. Ready?
On fourth down, Love. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And the Packers will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here we go.
Dobbs headed in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Set.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Working across the field, he spots Watson. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Okay, right.
Here's 1st and 10.
Green Jack. Set. Ready. Claws red. Blue striker. Hut, hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this 2nd half. About to get started. Here's Nixon on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he couldn't get inside the pylon, but spectacular return. He's set up his team with 1st and goal.
22 needles. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Here's Jacobs. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready.
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. up the sideline at the 35. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. In motion comes Walker. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and
that is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here's Nixon on the return. First and 10.
Set hut. Needle blue. Set hut.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So both teams trade. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10.
Yellow. Hut, hut.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 3. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head?
He's got his big tight end. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
their own 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Going to go right back to Henry. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Jackson. Toward the outside. He's got Andrews down the field. And he's into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's Nixon on the return. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. This is 1st and 10.
Ready. Go red.
The man in motion is Watson.
Yellow, Lonnie. Set.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Ready.
Here comes 2nd down.
Set. Go.
Jacobs. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
They'll go with Jacobs. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Packers. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here we go. Blaster, 6. Steel, black. Set.
A 2nd down throw for Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. That is brought in. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Well, Mike, we're kind of looking at each other up here saying, do they have one more big play left in them? And they got it. When it's all said and done, it should more than likely turn out that that play is the game winner.
Packers 28. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up for first and 10.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. Now 4 seconds left, and we get a timeout call.
Ready, set.
Here's first down.
Set, ready. Hut, hut.
Here we go. One final play. Downfield, he's got his receiver, Wicks. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.